Okay, here I'm quickly going to go through this practice stack with you to see how you do them. Okay, so we were originally given this data, with the age of the Corolla and the price. So they've asked us to calculate the equation. So the price would definitely be the RV, and this would be the EV. So you would just pop it into your list. I think I called it age, and so you'd have your list, and then you have I think I called it price. Yep. Okay, and then so you just do your normal menu start equation a plus bx, and you pick the relevant things, and there's where I got that. Now it said 3 significant figures, which is why over here, if you look at the A value, you've got 1, 1, and then 6, because I have to round up. Now you can't just leave it there, you need to have the zeros for the significant figures, and then there's the B value is there as well. All right, so then it says calculate Pearson's product correlation coefficient, which was there, so it's negative, and it said 2 decimals, so I did that. What is the assumption? So we assumed it was linear when we used Pearson's, so that's a linear relationship value. And then it says calculate the coefficient of determination, which we can see here over on our calculator again. And then it says also interpret. So the coefficient of determination, there's the interpret there on the answers. All right, so then coming down after that, it says complete the table of residuals. So remember that a residual equals the actual value minus the predicted. So first, say this first one, the actual value, you have to go back up to your original data, and the actual value was 1500. So for this, I'm just doing the first year, so it would have been 1500 minus the predicted. So when you use the predicted, you use that equation that we just found, which up here, there, we're going to use the equation to find the predicted. So we're going to say it wasn't that. It was 11600. What was the B value? Minus 412 times. Now this is a 1-year-old car, so you just go 1, and then here's how we get the predicted. So you have to just individually. So if I go 15,000 minus, and now put the predicted one in side brackets. So 412 times 1, and then here, so there's where I got that 382. So you have to do that for the 4 times using that. So the only difference is you got to go find out what the actual is for this year, and then change the year to whatever. Okay, so I've popped them in there anyway to show you that's how we did it. All right, now they just want me to, they've plotted the residual plot, so they've done all that. So pretty much all these green values I'm plotting. So when it was, if you look here, 1, it was 3,800. So see there, that was 3,812. And then I've popped in the other ones. Okay, so I didn't answer this one, but I'll show you. What does the residual plot indicate about the relationship? That it's non-linear, as there is a pattern in the residual plot. Okay, so this original values is non-linear, so because the residual plot has a pattern. So then obviously they ask you to do all the transformations. So here are all the transformations. So I'll just show you, I'm just going to show you the last one, because that's the one that you probably should pick. Okay, so let's have a look. So what we do is we want to get a list of all. So we've got, for this transformation, we're going to use normal age. So I can just type that list here, like it's going to remember. And what I want to do now is I want to get the reciprocal of price, which means 1 over price. So I might just call it RP, reciprocal of price. And here I'm going to press equals, and I'm going to get the fraction template. I'm going to go 1 over, and I called my original value price, so I just typed that, and you can see it went dark, and there you go. So then how I would go, just go get that equation. Start calculations, a plus bx. So I didn't change the age, and I used reciprocal price and click OK. So down here, they were unfortunately big, real little numbers, which is with all those zeros. So you might have to extend out like what I did there, so you can see the values a little clearer, because they ask you for, can't remember, 3 significant figures. All right, so now this is the best transformation, and I'll talk about why that is there. So there you go, that's on the new answer sheet. Okay, so now we've got to, when it says predict the price of a 10-year-old Corolla using the transform model. So that means what we're using is these reciprocal values, or this original, this transform formula here. So what we do is we want to predict. So we use the equation. So here is the transform equation. So the 1 over p equals, and there's my a value and there's my b value. Now times 10. Now this is a formula for 1 over p, but what we want is just p. So when when we're trying to predict, when we have a transformed y value like this, we best to just do solve, and then we do comma p, and it'll tell you what the just p is. Because this formula, if you only type this bit in, it's just going to tell you what 1 over p is, and we want to know just normal p. So there's how we do that. And then it says comment on the reliability of this prediction. So if you go back, if I just go back, and I can just draw a graphic here. So if we've got age and reciprocal price, you can see that 10 is within 10 years, which is here, is within the dots. So therefore it's reliable, it's interpolation. And then what they ask us is actually to graph this. So these first 3 dots were missing, I think. So you just pop them in on there, and then just keep going. Whoops, sorry. And yeah, we would say, if we look at this one's residual plot, so to remember to get the residual plot, you have to have the linear regression line and then analyze show residual plot. You can see it's random. So yes, we would say this one's linear. And has it transformed it? Well, yes, we had a high R-squared value as well of 9.7. Okay, so then when they ask you to calculate this one's residual, remember the actual is going to be, but using the transform data. So the actual, you're still, the actual p, we don't want 1 over p, we just want the original price at whatever it was, 10 years. So I think I went back up here, the very start. And the actual 10 years, we didn't know that. That might have been, no, they told us, sorry, I tell a lie. Sorry, in the question, we didn't have, they gave me, this was the actual. And therefore, and then predicted we did in question before. So we did up there in question before. All right, hopefully that helped.